But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focusing on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
I'm telling you, this version of Tank is gonna be dangerous, bro. If you know about boxing, come on, it is Gervonta Davis, bro.
Legendary boxer Floyd Mayweather recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming rematch between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis. He made it clear he doesn't think Lamont has what it takes to beat Gervonta this time. According to Floyd, Gervonta's speed, power, and smarts in the ring make him a tough opponent for anyone. And in his view, Lamont's current style just isn't built to deal with that kind of challenge. Floyd added that unless Lamont makes some serious changes to his game plan, Gervonta is very likely to stay on top and come out with another win.
Loss versus Gervonta Davis may get overturned. It's not going to happen. Apparently they said that PBC the production went out, so they couldn't do a replay, and they have replay in New York, and that's why they're not going to overturn this. Boxing never goes back to overturn anything. They don't investigate any corruption as long as they money good. You know, they didn't go back and overturn Ryan Garcia cheated. They didn't overturn that to a loss. They did a no contest. It should have been a loss. He had a competitive advantage. When Margarito cheated Miguel Cotto, they didn't go back and open up an investigation. Manny Pacquiao wanted them to investigate and rescore the Jeff Horn fight. People forget that. People screaming corruption there, so they're not going to overturn this. Lamont Roach don't have a major promoter behind him. People will get paid off, and this will go away, and they're going to uphold the win, even though they blatantly broke the rules on 2 separate occasions. The knee should have been counted and wiped in the face. So boxing has always been corrupt. It's always been controlled by money. It's one of the inorganic, if that's a word, sports of all time.
This is a secret Lamont Roach knows. Tank can go get you if you're running away, because Tank is very good at knowing the distance where he has most leverage on his punches. If you think about Mike Tyson is strange to say, but he wasn't great with his power when he was very close on the inside. Mike Tyson was a mid-range puncher. That's why Mike Tyson could go in from a distance and step in and knock you out. But when y'all close, Mike Tyson didn't really have all his power in there. Neither does Tank. So if you're backing up, Tank can go get you. Other than that, Tank has to counter you. That's how Tank knocked out Rody. That's how Tank knocked out Ryan Garcia. That's how Tank hurt Mario Barrios and started that shit, that snowball. That's how Tank knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. That's why Tank talks so much. He needs you punching.
From the very start of his career, Gervonta Davis had a complicated relationship with Floyd Mayweather. What started as a mentorship slowly turned into something more controlling. Many noticed that Mayweather often stepped in to guide Davis's choices, both in the ring and in the public eye, but not always in a way that helped Gervonta build his own identity. Instead of supporting Davis in creating his own legacy, it sometimes felt like Floyd was trying to mold him into a version of himself, all while keeping control from behind the scenes.
Adrian had the weigh-in. So from the weigh-in, from his weigh-in, they meet us at the food spot. So from there, we go to the gym. So remind you, they already got this set up. Floyd already got it set up. He already posted on Instagram. It probably was like 100 people in there, and he turned the heat up. That's what Floyd do. He turned the heat up in the gym while you in there. So he turned the heat up. Boom. We spar, but while we sparring, Floyd is in the ring. Like every time I'm punching, Floyd like grab my hand, like yank it back, where so I can't even punch Devin. So it was times that like I catch Devin, boom, or I'm about to swing, and Floyd like yank my hand back, or he'll push me to the ropes. Like he was actually like touching me while we were sparring. Like why? Like, he was, cause it was like Devin was his guy, cause Devin was training at his gym at the time. So, and he was training with his father. So. Devin was on. Floyd was on Devin's side.
Sounds
so
like
that's
a conspiracy to me.
Yeah, but later down the line, probably about like a couple months. No, this was recently. Not recently, but probably like 2 years ago. I asked Devin to like come to like spar me. And he was like, "No, I ain't no sparring partner." I had somebody hit him up that was close to him.
Gervonta Davis has been open about the struggles he faced while training under Floyd Mayweather. One issue he pointed out was how Mayweather would step in during his sparring sessions, especially when he was in the ring with Devin Haney. In one memorable session, just as Davis was starting to take control and gain the upper hand, Mayweather stopped the action, cutting off his momentum. People who were there noticed a pattern. It seemed like Haney was getting special treatment, while Davis wasn't being allowed to fully show what he could do. These interruptions, even during private training meant to help him grow, left Davis feeling like he was being held back by the very person who was supposed to be helping him succeed.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't follow him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So there's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking.
At first, Gervonta Davis saw his relationship with Floyd Mayweather as a true mentorship. But over time, he began to feel that it was more about control than genuine support. Floyd, known for his sharp business instincts, seemed to steer Davis's career in ways that mostly benefited himself. From choosing opponents to managing public appearances, Mayweather kept a firm hold on the direction Davis was heading. As Davis grew more experienced and confident in his own path, he started to recognize how one-sided things had become. That realization led to growing frustration and a breakdown of trust. In time, the gap between them widened, with Davis pushing for more freedom to make his own decisions.
Well, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say Terrence Crawford should fight? Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you. You don't never.
This was next in line. Is there like last question, guys? Is there like a love-hate for like
yeah,
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Floyd Mayweather had his doubts about how powerful Gervonta "Tank" Davis really was. But that started to change after he saw recent training footage. The videos showed Davis going through intense drills and firing off explosive combinations with precision and focus. It was clear he had stepped up his game. The display of strength and sharp technique caught Mayweather off guard, leading him to rethink his earlier skepticism and recognize that Tank is more prepared and more dangerous than ever.
Gervonta Davis went to go somewhere in the pound for pound. Knew he deserved to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? I mean, he deserved to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with.
Many people believe Gervonta Davis's underwhelming performance against Lamont Roach had more to do with his personal struggles than Roach's abilities. Davis admitted he was dealing with both mental and physical challenges at the time, even considering therapy and possibly stepping away from boxing for a while. Still, he chose to fight, even though he wasn't at his best. Now, with the rematch on the way, Davis has a real chance to show what he's truly capable of. If he enters the ring healthy and focused, fans are expecting a much stronger, more dominant performance, one that reflects his true talent and toughness.
He wants to do therapy, he wants to do real estate. They want to say he wasn't all in because him and Roach are friends, and he's going to be focused for the second fight. A lot of excuses. They want to say it's because of the braids, the oil getting in his eye. Whatever. This is what really happened. And I just now came to this conclusion because I've been making some other videos for Patreon, but Lamont Roach posted a video recently on
In their first fight, Gervonta Davis showed some weaknesses. His defense and stamina didn't hold up, and Lamont Roach took full advantage. Now, the rematch is a big test. Was that last fight just an off night, or is Davis starting to slip? There are real questions about whether his power and sharpness are still there. So this bout isn't just about winning, it's about proving he's still at the top of his game. Davis knows the pressure is on to quiet the critics and remind everyone why he's one of the sport's top names. Adding to the drama is the very public fallout with Mayweather Promotions. Their split wasn't smooth, it was filled with tension, public jabs, and arguments about control behind the scenes. Davis wanted more independence and clarity in how things were handled, but Mayweather wasn't willing to let go. The breakup made it obvious, their partnership had been strained for a long time, and for many fans, it confirmed what they had suspected. It had turned toxic well before it ended.
It's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go